everybody. How are you today? Let's get started. So, on our podcast earlier today on Twitch, I revealed to you what I was going to teach you today. And it's not focusing on high art. I am going to custom mix a color for sure, but it's going to be more on, we were on the subject of how nails could be more narrow, like what are the steps and tricks you could do to avoid that. So I'm going to do two different ways to show you the difference, and you'll kind of see, and as I go I'll explain it. Okay, so this comes into a lot of shaping and just technique. So if somebody has a really wide nail bed, their cuticle area is kind of tight and then it kind of flares out. People do have a nail bed where it's tight here. Mine's pretty even, as you can see, like straight down, but there's a lot of people that's more narrow down here and then fans out. So I'm going to show you little tricks that I do to give everybody the appearance to look like they have like a nice shaped nail and they all look uniform. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. What I'm going to do is trim this one. I'm going to trim both of these. Let's say they kind of have a square nail bed, or it could even be a rounder nail bed, but a lot of times you're leaving your sides. So I'm going to start with one, the way like most people will, and what I do to make it look a little different. Okay, so if you look at Sally's nails, they're a little wider than mine, but they also it's up to you. I think it would be cool too if you're okay with that. Okay, excuse me guys. So what I'm going to do is do what typically I see, and when you guys come train with me or I'm helping you, this is the things I fine tune to get your shape in there. Okay, our jobs as a nail tech is to be able to, they sit down, their nails are thrashed or don't grow great, but we make them look like they grow beautifully. They have a longer nail bed, whatever they're wanting. We're going to go in and make it look like even better than their natural nails, right? And that takes a while to learn. So I feel like these videos that I'm going to show you right now are the most important. Art's fine. I feel like everybody who's on here right now has an artistic ability. That's why you do nails, or that's why you're doing your own. It's a creative outlet. I happen to make a living off it. So I'm going to show you some things, whether if you're doing it yourself or if there's other people that you're doing, okay, clients. So for instance, let me make sure these are in enough. Okay, so here you would come in. And what my suggestion too is to make sure it's at least the same width, because like if I show you right here, see how it kind of looks a little more narrow still. Okay, so I brought it in. Look at the free edge here. Okay, let me come in a little more. You see the free edge? Let me put my camera on. Will you turn it on for me? Okay, so I'm going to break it down and like try not to be all over the place, because I'll be like, So what I did here, see how it looks a little more narrow here, just bringing it straight. So what I did is her nails actually are a little more narrow here and they flare out. So that's kind of what I was talking about. And if you guys have questions, Eric will shoot them my way. He'll also be typing them in. So it'll be cool. I want to answer everybody's questions I can. Okay. So right here, what I did is I put pressure here and I brought it straight. So if this is 4-point filing, it's part of it, straight here and here. And then you come on the side and make sure it's straight here. And it's actually 5 when it's a square. Okay. So if she has a square, we'll say she has a square nail bed. I'll act like she does, because this is the hardest to do on a square nail bed. It's very easy to do with a nail bed like mine. Even with the extended hyponychium, you could still bring them in the way I like to. So you could see already, I give it the appearance of it looking a little more narrow. Okay, so that's typically what people will do, or leave this out here. And the pictures we showed in some of the we're talking about polish and shaping on our podcast. Really, all they had to do is focus on the free edge and bring this in a little more like I did. Okay, now on this one, what I'm going to do, she has a square nail bed, but I'm going to do the same thing and kind of bring it in. Come right here, bring it in. Sorry, Sally wants to come out. So I'll come straight with her here. Let me give you another one.
That one's full. It's the same thing. Space.
Okay. So I'm going to come in here, and let's say she still has a square nail bed. You could always take off the sides here And I always bring it in a little more, okay? Then kind of soften it up. So this is usually I round them out a lot, but let's say she has a square nail bed. Let me give you another example here, okay? So let's say her nails are just cut like this, but she has a nail bed like mine that comes out, like it's kind of narrows in and comes out a little further. I would come in here and start bringing it in. Now this is if they don't have a square nail bed, okay? I think what I'll do is I'll put this one here, this one here. I'm going to kind of do it in a roll from better, best, bestest, because you guys will see at the end, okay? So let me put this one on here. This is what I typically do the majority of my clients, this and this. And I wear the free edge. This is where the sidewall, my sidewall comes all the way here, you guys. Look at that. But now my nail bed, you could see from the side, ends here. I have a very long nail bed. So what it does is it starts here, and if I don't have anything on, it goes around like this. That's how my nails are. A lot of my clients' nails are like that, but some are square. So I want to show you both so you guys could know how you get that tight look in there and that perfect shape. Because to me, shaping's everything. So I bring it in. And you've watched me work on live people and you see me do this, okay? So it may look crazy on Sally, but you can watch some of my other videos and check it out from there. Okay, so let me dust these off. Hope you guys are liking this so far. If you are, let me know by smashing the like button. Thank you for spending your day with us. You guys have been on social media a lot today. Okay, so I have this one here. I brought in my side a little, but she has a very square nail bed, right? This one, typical what? Let me shorten it too because it's a little long. Let's say she has a shorter nail bed and bring it in. I'm trying to make it as realistic as I can. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good here. Okay, so you can see all the different shapes of nails. And a lot of times our clients come in with nails like this too. So what I'm going to do from the top, okay, is I am going to get my magic wand, and I'm always going to push back her cuticles. And today I'm actually going to do my nails for real, you guys, today. So I'm going to push back the cuticle, and I kind of come right here. So let me give you an example. If I am working on a finger here, see how I push it back and it starts to turn white. See all that white right there? And then if I come right here, you really could see the white. That's all pterygium and protein growth. That's what this end's used for. Do not put pressure when you do this because it will hurt them. All it's designed to do is kind of break it away, and just the contact of it and moving it will show you where you need to file from there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here to her. So I just did that to all of them. Well, I forgot her, but I'll go over it. Okay, so that's what I did there. So what I'm going to do now is come in and get this out of my clean little, I sanitize in these too. I have a separate one for sanitation. All the stuff I'm using, pretty 99.9% of it is all purchased from Gemini Cosmetics. When you purchase from Gemini Cosmetics, you put MJAY15 and you receive a discount. You're supporting a private local salon that has so many amazing things, including us, Vibe Nail Lounge, and you're reaping the benefits with the discount. Also, when you put that code in, they know it's from us, our brand partnership, and they have great customer service and they're very awesome. These are also my favorite arbor bands. I do like young nails as well. What I like about American nails is they're perforated already, and I like that, and I like the case. It's just very organized, and I keep it very clean. So right here, I don't have to season these. See right here how it has the perforation right here? Like it's not going to cut. It's seasoned, I should say. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down right here because my fingers aren't strong enough to push it to the back. I don't like to keep it right here because if you're filing a longer nail, see how this part hits and it makes you want to kind of use zone 1. So if you come out a little, you could file flat. Okay, just covering some little tips to make you better and to help your job a lot more easier, make it a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. Oh, I have it on 12. I need it on 5. 12 is what I file on. Okay, so I have, Kim Murphy, I've done one on my page. You could check it out. I did chrome on it too, and chrome is difficult to do. on myself, and I did it back in like January or February, I believe. And it's Mjay DIY nails, I believe. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and tickle through the surface, making sure I prep everything. And this is the number one I see on most people when I'm educating them. This is partly what I teach you to better your shape, okay? It's not wrong. You're keeping it even with her sidewalls. Let's say she has a flatter nail bed, not really a quite C curve to it. And I'm going to explain to you what the difference of these nails are as I go. So with somebody with a flat nail bed like Sally has, and a lot of people have a nail bed like this. Some have it more like mine actually kind of goes like this. I have a couple that are a little more flatter. It just depends what nail it is. So this is going to be hard to get that C curve in by not doing it the way I'm showing you. That's another thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and prep this. Hold on, Sally, stay in there. I'm going to thin her out here a tad bit. Come in right here. See, I just tickle it and I'm parallel. This is how I'm tickling here, and my bits, like you can see zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. I use the zones where the zone goes. If this is 1, 2, and 3, this is going to touch 1, 2, and 3. This is 1, 2, and 3. It's going to touch there. Okay, so now we're going to get busy. I'm going to come in right here and make sure that it's really clean through here. And see how little slivers come off? That's just like the fingernails sometimes. Some people's nails do that as well. So let's come in here. She has a square nail bed, so I have to kind of keep it. Okay, perfect. This is a great setup right here. It's more realistic. So what I'm going to do is dust off her fingers first, and I bring it towards me. Now it's Sally, so I do have to wipe off everything. Everything sticks to her rubber, but I also just go like this with the client because usually dust doesn't stick to their fingers. Then I'm going to swipe to change the pH balance. Okay. I'll use this as a lap towel. Okay, so let's let this dry, and I'm going to go into my protein bond. And I'm going to start from the free edge and work my way up so I don't flood her cuticles. It's just how I do. I usually start in the middle and work my way up. This is a speed technique, so you're not flooding the cuticles, not giving them contact dermatitis after a while from overexposure around their cuticle area. Okay, and you can see the difference, how this is setting up and this still looks a little wet, right? Once you go through all 10, it kind of oxidizes a little and it gets a little more tacky. So the longer they sit there, the more tackier it gets. If you notice on a new bottle, the tack isn't as crazy as when you're half down with it. The longer you use protein bond and the lower it goes, I feel like the more stronger it is. It's super strong when it's new, but what I do is I pour a little bit that I have left over in another one, and on thin nail beds or sculpt nail beds, I will use that one because it's super, super sticky. Another way you can make it do that is by putting this on, they go under the light, put it on the other hand, go under the light, and then repeat your process again. Okay, all these tricks are learned through the years and are very valuable. And I've learned them with teaching with young nails or figuring it out myself. So that's just part of being a nail tech. Okay, so we have all this set up here, and then now I'm going to get my forms. I was only going to do 2, but now I'm doing 3. I'm always going above and beyond. I love it though, because then you could see the difference of a square, kind of tapered in how I did. This being even with the nail bed. Okay, this one coming in a little more. Put this right here. I'm putting a little gel thing underneath it just to hold her hand because Sally is floppy. She's going to flop everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to come right here. Bring it even in parallel. Bring this in. And I'll do like a I won't do super long. I'll just kind of do like a medium length, okay? Okay, and I'm not tearing off the back. Again, I show you this a lot of videos. If you don't tear off the back, see how my form hits my knuckle here? And it doesn't meet where I need the nail to be straight. It'll anchor down, okay? So I always tear these off on a person, but on Sally, they hold on better. The training hand, they hold on a lot better if you leave it together. Okay, already I see a difference and I'm gonna point it out to you, okay? This is going to be so good. This is going to help a lot of you to be like, oh, and I can't wait. Share with me your shaping and everything. I love it so much when you guys share with me, and I love to see your growth. Okay, so let's come right here. I like to hold on and pull. Hold on and pull. It makes it tight, but this is Sally. It's not going to stay on very well, but before I start building, I want to hone in on already what your platform, your extension is going to look like. Now, I mentioned to you on our podcast that if the nail, like a bridge, okay, if a bridge is like this, it usually has a point here, point here, point here, point here, nothing ever in the middle, because ergonomically that's going to be really strong, right? If you have a bridge that's straight, you have pull, 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 because there's no structure that could take the brunt of a bunch of cars on it or weight on it. Whereas this, when it's bent, it can take the brunt. So I'm going to give you an example really quick. Let me tear a piece of paper out of here. Okay, so let me zoom way out. Okay, this paper right here is a lot like this nail. Okay, so let me see what view I could do. Maybe I could show you this view. Yeah, that'll be a good view right there. Okay, now let me get really close. Now this is a square nail bed. I did bring it, let me come in here. I did bring it parallel sideways. I mean, side, it's even with her nail. But look at right here, how it's a little flatter and you don't see a C curve coming in, okay? Now, this is really hard with Sally, so sorry guys. Let me put her on. Okay, on this one, she has the same type of nail bed, but do you see the form here, how if I go in further, like here, you could see my C curve coming in? See how I'm gonna have room here to bring out my nail if I want to with the C curve. Here, if I come in and pinch it and say she wants them shorter, say she wants shorter, look at right here what happens. It breaks away from the form right here. See how it's kind of breaking away from it? Whereas this one, I could come in, let me just take this one off. This one I could come in all the way tight and it's still connected to her sides. And if you focus in right here, you could see her C curve coming in. Does this make sense? Right here, you can't pinch it here because you're gonna get product going underneath because it's straight and flat. If you bring in your side a little bit like this, see how I brought it in a little bit, she still has a nail bed, it's gonna be easier to build a really nice nail with the C curve and create a shape where you could pinch it to narrow it in as much as you would like. This one, you could only pinch so much. Does this make sense? Okay. Questions? Let me know. Now I have to get a couple more forms because Sally, they don't stick on.
No questions
Sally.
yet.
Okay. This is a lot of information, but this is partly what sets me apart from other nail techs. It's my shaping and the strength I'm able to put in my clients' nails. Okay, so let me get a couple more. So I'm not going to put these on yet. I'm going to do one at a time. I just kind of wanted to show you without Sally making me look like a fool not staying on there, but you guys know it's hard to train on her. But yes, it really is a great training tool though, because I'm able to show you different shapes and stuff like that. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to build this one out first. Okay. So I am going to get, do I have Clear Sculptor right here? I do. I'll use Clear Sculptor in the tube, okay? Really easy. Oh, but I got to show you this real quick. I got to go back to this before. Sorry, I jumped subjects. So for instance, if this is a nail, right? Let me kind of fold this so it can make a little more sense. Okay, if this is someone's nail with a slight curve, very slight curve, and they hit it head on, it's going to take going to kind of crack at that breaking point, right? Hold on, let's see. It's going to kind of crack at right here where it'll hurt. Now let's put that curve in. Okay, that C curve I'm talking about. So let's put that C curve in. Let's hit it just as hard. Look at how it takes that brunt. Okay, it takes that brunt because it is ergonomically right, structured, and strong. So therefore, you can make your nail really, really thin. If it's a flatter nail bed and you make it as thin as I typically do my nails, they're going to crack and break. Does this make sense? I hope it does to you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Kim Chatton, thank you for the comment. I do try to be very thorough as I can. Always really, really try to. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so do you guys want me to make a custom mix with this really quick to build with? Or how about I just, let's see what I have here.
Kim Murphy.
What? Kim Murphy, what?
That was Kim Murphy, not Kim Chatton.
Oh, it was Kim Murphy? Oh, I didn't read the last name. I saw Kim. Sorry, Kim. Eric will read me some of the comments here. Okay, so let's just come in here and make our extension. Okay, let's get this. And this is my favorite brush. I always use this brush. It's the Master Gel Brush by Young Nails. And we are going to do, let's just do square nails, okay? Because square nails show all your imperfections. So let's come through here. And you see how I'm connecting it all. So I'm bringing it even with my sidewalls. Then I'm going to wipe this and square it off about right here. And I'm going to wipe this side, bringing it even with the sidewall. This one, bringing it even with the sidewall. Whether if it's acrylic or gel, you're doing the same thing. Maybe not the same, working the product the same way, but you're creating the same platform, right? Okay, so let's flash set this really quick. Okay, that hardened pretty well, and I'm going to take my base gel out, Synergy base gel. I love this combo, the best adhesion ever in the industry. Other companies who educate, people who educate for other companies buy our base and our protein bond. It is the best. Okay, so I'll come right here and work it back. So I'm connecting it, okay? Now I kind of miss teaching OWCs because it was really cool to watch people be able to I could show them this and change it and they could see the difference in their nails a few hours earlier. Usually by day 4, that's able to happen. Okay, so I just cured that a little, right? And then what I'm going to do is come in here again. Let's get another form. Come in right here. Okay, so she is going to, I'm going to come out about
Jonasia
3.
McGee says, so I have flat nails and they can be often at sometimes. So do I have to build it thicker than someone who has thicker nails?
Because you have thin nails, no, you don't build it thicker. You put in your structure. Remember the structure I showed you right here? When you have thinner nails, it doesn't matter if they're thick and thin. I'm still going to build them with the C curve like this. Maybe not that much. It could even be like that much is even going to be stronger. The longer you go, the more you could get, right? The shorter, the least you could get. So it doesn't matter if you have thick or thin. You need a certain amount there. Obviously, with a thin nail, it's not as strong as a thick nail, but your thickness for proper structure will be perfect, whether if it's thin or thick, okay? That's a great question. Okay. So here we go with this. I was going to build out my base on the tip. Why, I don't know. I just grabbed it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, let me move this up. My gel was seeping. Okay, so now let's go ahead and come in here. And another thing, some people connect it here, but your sidewall is way up a little more higher. So make sure you bring it up to your sidewall. Okay, wipe your brush. Now what I'm going to do is come in right here, come straight down, right here, come straight down, and hold on, let's see. This nail's a little longer than the other one, so I'm going to come right here. And if my free edge is a little too, let me see right here. Hold on, I'm sweating in here. Let me let this hit me. It's all of a sudden getting hot in Las Vegas again. Ah, there I go. Okay, let me see right here. I need to get a little more to right here. There we go. So it's thick here, so I'm going to bring it thinner, wipe it, and then come in right here. Okay, let's flash set this. Okay, let's go into base.
What's safer to use with someone with soft nails, gel or acrylic?
That's a really good question, actually. Now, if they have really soft nails, I wouldn't use a soft gel on them. I probably say they're getting a gel polish look. I would use Synergy Base, which what I'm using right here as the base, maybe a couple coats of that, and then go into my soft gel or my fiber gel after, so you have the strength. This is a lot stronger and a little more harder than a soft gel. So I would definitely do that.
But it also depends on length and
Yeah. So it does
and
depend
a
on
lot
length.
of a lot
Thank
of
you for your
different
input
variables.
too. So it does depend on length. So the longer you go, thank you for mentioning that, Eric. The longer you go, the thicker you have here, but it doesn't mean your nails need to look thick. If I cut my nails off right here, which I'll cut them off before I stop today, because I'm going to do them today anyway. So if you cut them off here, it's going to be your thickest part right here, right? So you're going to use a lot more product. It's called weight to support weight displacement. If it's shorter, you're not building that. You're just giving the illusion of a nice C-curve nail. Okay. There's many different things that play in. So this one I'm doing a little bit of a longer nail, but honestly, not much. I mean, not as long as I typically do. But that would be a good thing to teach. Like, okay, longer nails, what's your thickness? How much product do I really, how many times do I have to go back? How much product am I using? That will be a great tutorial as well. Because it's not straight across the board. You need different thicknesses for different nails, length of nails, I should say. Okay, let's come in right here. Okay, let's come in right here. Come in and bring it all the way on your side. So if you, this is how I typically do everybody's nail. Like there, I work it all the way up here. And I find what this does is my clients, when I bring it all the way up and kind of bring it in a little, they never crack through here because product's supporting it. And I'm going to explain that a little more. Let me go ahead and get this one, and I'm going to compare it to others once I get this on, okay? Hold on. Okay, wiping it downward, then come in and making it square here. Now that's a little thick. I'm going to come down a little more. I wipe my brush again. Alrighty, I love this length. Now let's cure this. I feel like your shape comes out a lot prettier when you're able to bring in your sides. I mean, I know it does. So let's come in right here. And I remember training when all us mentors would get together and my nails would be more narrow than others, even on the training hand. So it was something I was able to share with my fellow mentors with young nails of how I'm able to do that. And it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't mean like, I feel like we all feed off each other and learn off each other to better ourselves. And that's what you guys are doing on our channel right now too. So thank you for choosing our channel and spending your personal time on here. It truly means a lot to me. I'm super successful with nails and behind the table and all the nail jobs I have. Teaching, I feel like I'm really good at teaching. It's a little different teaching for yourself because I am a nail tech, right? So learning all the other stuff to be on here, like camera, all of that, is also another learning curve, but I've enjoyed it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my base back right here, and I'm going to show you this really quick. Okay, so let's look really close here. Let me see if that catches up. So here you could already see for me to connect this, it looks a little wider, right? And I'm going to take off my forms too to show you even more. Here I could see more of a C curve. Here I could see slightly more of a C curve as well. So let's cure this 30 seconds though, because I don't trust my little pin cure all the way. I just kind of stopped it from moving. So I will come in right here and make sure these are all. 30 seconds is all I need as well. So let's do 30 seconds. Do you guys have any questions so far? Oh, Miss Cheryl's place. Cool. Good luck. You'll do amazing. What time's your live? It definitely is a different beast. I'll tell you that right now. And it's hard to not be hard on yourself because, like I said, like I know my nails. I know what I'm doing. I know with a huge paid camera crew, you're going to look great right away. Like when I teach with young nails, but when you do yourself, you have to figure it out. But that's part of this. We're all growing together. I don't need to grow and behind the chair and the money I make. I'm growing on this now because I'm sharing with you guys. So there's always something I'm challenging myself to, and I love it. Okay, you struggle with shorter nails, people are saying? Yeah. So 8 p.m. East Coast time. Make sure you tell people that because 8 p.m., if you want them to join you live, you have to specify what time zone you're in for sure. Just a little quick suggestion. Okay, let me wipe this off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take these off. Okay, so you see how I push right here on the side? That's another thing. And you know what, Miss Cheryl's face, I'm so proud of you because I feel like we all inspire each other. Me coming on here, seeing you at shows and stuff, it's like, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everybody who spends their time on here. It's not easy, I'll tell you that right now. And you'll get some thick skin. But it's really by far way more rewarding. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and trim off the hang on some parts. This one really doesn't have much. So let's come in right here. Now, I saw the comment you struggle with short nails. Is it because you're putting too much product because you typically do long nails? I think short nails are so easy, but they're just really fast and easy. We'll have to brainstorm with that one to make sure that we are actually able to narrow down really what's going on for you. I should probably make these a little shorter. I could make these shorter if you guys want me to. Let me make this one a little shorter. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and come in with my nippers here. And you can see that little hang right here. I'm going to come in and trim it. Come in, push down, and bring my things up and trim it. I love my nippers for this. Okay, I could already see the difference, and I'm going to point it out before I start building, okay? Yep, I could totally see the difference. Okay, can you guys see the difference in width, right? I came straight down from it. This makes me stay wider. See how it makes me stay wider? This I'm able to come up here and it looks a little more kind of like a natural taper, but what it is, it's the C curve curving in. So now I'm going to show you the C curve. Now, Sally, this is hard to see, but I'm going to cover her little hole here so maybe you could really see the differences. But you could see the C curves are all a little different. This one I shortened a lot. Well, both of them I have, but this one I shortened a little more than this one. But you could see the C curves in here. This one has a C curve too, but it's really wide. Let's look at it this way. See how this one's wider and these look a little more the appearance of being more tapered in, right? That's because I was able to file off my sides and pinch my form better to give that illusion, but yet it's still meeting at our sidewalls. Okay, already do you see the difference? Huge difference. You're setting yourself up on a platform to where you're going to build on nail for structure, strength, and also looking like a very dainty, pretty nail. People have wide nail beds. They want you to make them look a little more petite, typically. Okay. So now let's get into the building of it. So I was going to make this color from this brand in Young Nails. So what I do is I take concealer pink, which let me grab it really quick. Concealer pink. And I take either Clear Build or Clear Sculptor, which is the same thing. And the tube is basically Clear Build, the same consistency and everything as the pot. So I do a 50-50 ratio to here to make this see-through pink color. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to custom mix this because I want to make this a little, not like a very long video. I kind of want to shorten it a little and get straight to the point, but I want you to know that you can make the color with this, and I usually mix a lot and put it in a pot. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and build with this one. Just so you could see the color. Okay, one of my favorite colors. Oh my gosh, Monet Pip, thank you so much for the $10. You're so cool. Thank you. This makes me so happy. Thank you for your support. And you being here in the feedback means everything to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, and this is a little more expensive too. It does have like a built-in top coat. It's super shiny when you use it. This one does not. It's a little more dull, but it is for building. So they teach that you don't have to file, and you could, like Elegance teaches more like spend your time with application and skip the filing. That's great too. I think filing, it's my opinion. That's what sets us all apart, right? So everybody has different opinions. I'm always going to file. So I do use this color a lot because I haven't custom mixed my Young Nails again. I need to, and I will. I just haven't done it. So this is where I got the inspiration from, okay? So let me come in right here.
I missed the reason why this question, but LA Boutique Ireland says, what about bitten short fat nails?
Okay, bitten short fat nails, you do this. You bring in, so what you do is you cut, like if it's way back here, let me show you this. I'll show you the example. It's funky on Sally because you see like a negative space there, but let's come in right here. Okay, so see how this is a perfect example of a bitten nail. Oh, it's a nightmare really, right? So what you're going to do is, see how flat this nail is? It's even more flat than the others, and that's typically what happens when you bite them. Sometimes they don't even have that much of a curve. So there's no way of really, usually there's no thickness here or anything. They've kind of rounded off. I've never seen really square now. They usually peel them off, so they're usually kind of like that. Okay, but they're still very flat. So what I would do is should I do a bitten nail too? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just do it real quick. We're going to pretend I prepped it with the arbor band, okay? It still is a 150, but I don't feel like making a bunch of dust right now, so I'm going to go ahead and come in here. I got to keep track of the time though, because I do have clients to do after this, and I don't want to run into making them wait. Okay, what time is it right now? Okay, perfect. I'm doing good. Okay, so let's come in. Where's that file real quick? Make it really look like a bitten nail here. And I'm going to keep it kind of wide, okay, because this is realistic. Let's come in with swipe, protein bond. Okay, let's put a form on really quick. Now, when I do a bitten nail, I either do a hybrid, or if I'm not, say they're allergic to acrylic but not gel, then I'm going to do what I'm showing you right now, okay? So I'm going to kind of apply my extension the same way. And I usually pinch down as far as I can to bring in that C curve. This is as far as I could pinch with Sally because her skin doesn't give like ours. Okay. This is a great question. This will help a lot of you guys. Thank you guys so much. You're the best. Okay, I'm going to come in right here. Come in the side. I'm going to pivot my brush, connect it. See how I rest her on my finger? Bring her a little further out. Let's come in right here. And I'm only going to bring it out to the free edge of her nail. Okay, a lot of times I bring it a little further because I like to shorten them, but I won't leave the length because you want it to where their skin ends at the tip for it to be successful. So that is my recommendation. I tell them, look, if you really want to have nails like mine, it's a prescription. Meaning, we're going to start here and you're going to go 2 weeks, and then I'm going to rebalance them, and then we're going to kind of shorten it until this part goes out to the free edge. Then by that point, we could either file down the product a little or reform them so you could go longer. But if you go longer than past the skin, or even just a little bit past the skin's fine, they're not going to come back with their nails on. And those of you who are doing nails know what I'm talking about. They are nail biters. So if it starts to grow out and they feel a lip underneath, guess what they're going to do? They're going to pick it or bite it. You can't leave them with anything to pick on. However, it's kind of hard to do that. So that's why I typically have them come back in a week and a half and 2 weeks and kind of give them my prescription, maybe alter their price and certain things because they have to come back so much, and then get them to where they could be like your normal client, right? So there's always an answer for every type of nail for this. So if somebody has bitten nails and they want nails my length, I'm not going to guarantee them because I know they're going to hurt themselves and it's weight displacement. There's no way they're used to that length. They're going to hit them all the time. It's better if they grow them out a couple times and then go in with a longer nail. And I'm just talking from experience. I've kind of been around the block with nails. So, oh my gosh, Love Queen, thank you too. Thank you so much for taking the time to teach us amazing information. You're amazing. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you. Thank you so much. And it is my pleasure to spend time with you on here. And I'm always adding more. I'm like, I was just going to do 2. Now I'm doing 4. But that's okay. Look how much information you could come back to this video for. I'm just going to let this go through the 30 seconds because I don't feel like whipping out my light. So we make sure she's cured good. Four more seconds, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for spending your time with me too. I know you're busy, and to better yourself on our channel means so much to us. Thank you guys for showing your appreciation just by being here and for the gifts you're giving us. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's come in right here. Now your clients are going to want what they want, and usually nail biters want to come in and leave with really long nails. You have your different clients. The reason why I wouldn't guarantee a longer nail than this, see how I have it to her skin, maybe just a tad bit out. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to make this look like. Be strong, but still be thinner, okay? So here's all the different types of nails. I probably should have shortened this one a tad bit. Let's just do them all a little shorter real quick. Not short, but a little shorter. Okay. Yeah, that one I left longer. Look at the difference now of the width of that. Okay. I just noticed something I was missing. So I'm going to show you this. So I know all of this has happened to all of you before. I'm going to rip this and I'm going to show you really close, okay? I'm kind of glad this happened. I didn't even notice it because I couldn't see great for a second there. See how it's missing some right here? It needs to come up just a tad bit more. I'm going to open this form. I'm going to pinch it first. And then I'm going to focus on this side. I don't care if it's straight. See how I came sideways with it? See how it's kind of like going this way? The reason why I have it that way is I don't want this to go underneath the nail, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'll get my clear sculptor right here. You can't really see on that, huh? I'm gonna come right here. Let's get a little bit of clear sculptor right there. Okay, and I'm gonna zoom out a tad bit, just a tad bit, but I want you to see this very closely. Okay, now let me hold this again. Now, how many of you this has happened to? It doesn't happen to me often, but it does sometimes. It's like an exposed tooth nail. If your cap, if you needed a crown and they drill down your nail, that crown has to fit perfectly with your side walls of your teeth, right? Right up to where your root is. If you're leaving an exposed part, what's going to happen? Decay is going to get in there. You're going to get a cavity. You're going to lose your tooth. It's the same with nails. You don't get a cavity, but it makes it very weak there, and chances are they're going to come back with it broken or cracked there. So what I'm going to do is come in right here, and I'm going to connect it here, and then I'm going to put my brush straight up. See the product's pointing to the sky, and I'm going to come right here, wipe this off, then this out a little. Then I am going to make sure it's straight right here, and it's just a hairline of product, but that is going to make a difference of your nail, okay? So I'm kind of glad that happened. Doesn't matter how good you are, stuff like this happens, right? So you just need to know how to fix it. And don't try to put the form on straight because it's going to go underneath. See how it's not even touching right here? Like that's kind of lifted. I could put my nail under there. I'm focusing on the corner so it's really tight. That's a great tip right there. Okay, now I just did 15 seconds, but that's okay because it's going to get more curing time. Let's take this off. See, now I was like, it doesn't look as white as it should, but it does now because I'm bringing it straight with my sidewall. There we go. This is a little flimsy, but I don't care. It's going to get cure time, and I'm going to build on top of it. Already, look at the platform of these. Okay, pretty crazy. And usually bitten nail people have their sides missing, so I should have made the sides missing there. They usually have no sides at all. So thank you so much for the video. This just showed Offer Hard Gel Services. Again, I need this refresher. All right, Nails by Kay. Thank you for spending your time with us, and you're so welcome. It's my pleasure. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to build with the Light Elegance one because I want you to see the color. Remember, you could use half concealer pink, and I know you guys have a ton of this product, and clear sculptor in the tube, or build in the pot. Beautiful color. That's pretty much what I build with all the time. I use my mixture, or I use this one here. And they come in different steps. I'm not an educator for this company. I just like their ingredients, and these are my two favorite gels. Young Nails and Light Elegance. Those are the only ones that I tried out of all of them that I feel like I could depend on. I like to work with them. So I'm going to show you how I work with this. Gemini Cosmetics does sell this. This is pretty pricey. This is the medium size, as Young Nails is a little less expensive. Okay, so let's start here now that I have 4 nails. So I'm going to come right here, and I am going to anchor her finger down. Make sure I'm on screen. Okay. Come right here and bring it down. Okay, let me add a little bit more. Now, most people's bitten nails don't have this big of a nail either. Sally has a big nail. So I'm going to come in right here. And what my goal is to just get it on everywhere it needs to be. I'm not worried about the thickness right now. I'm not worried about if the height is right, like supposable apex. Here, there's no apex. You're just building structure, right? She has short nails. Now I'm going to show you how to make her nail look not as wide as well. Okay, so I'm going to come in right here. Come in right here. It's kind of drawing back. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to flash this, set this really quick. And it's warmer in here, so my gel really is jamming. You can see I kind of had her sideways there, so it jammed sideways. This is reality living in Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's hot where you live. Okay, so what I'm going to do from here is look at the side. And I'm just going to put a tad bit here more because I want to build her spine a little, just a little bit more, so she has some strength and structure in there. So I'm going to do it more here, and then I'm missing some from the side right here. So let's come in here. And let's flash set this. So I don't care who you are, you build on a nail-bitten nail, it's going to look fat and wide after you put your product on it. That's just how it is. Just be aware. So what you're seeing is typical, okay? So now let's do this one. Let's make sure you can see what I'm doing. Let's come in here. And I'm going to get a lot more product. Start right here. See how it's my thickest point? I anchor her finger down. Look at how I pivot my brush. I'm contouring my brush, keeping all my product in the middle, and I'm kind of coming here, stopping for a second, and coming here. See how it's staying there for me? It's your movement of your brush, okay? So let's come back here. See how I added in the middle, and I'm going to repeat my movement all the way down. When I get here, wipe off what's on my brush, and then kind of connect it. The summer has begun here. My gel's jamming. And the winter, oh my gosh, it keeps its form, right? Okay, let's come straight down. So I come straight down and I go up in it. See what I just did? Come straight down and then go up in it. Okay. So I'm going to flash this really quick. Dang, my gel's jamming. How many of you guys is it hot where you're living and your gel's been jamming on you? Okay. So I'm going to come in right here. I'm going to look at it sideways, see how it's flat, but it looks like you have a lot of product. Now, this is where I wanted to hone in on. I wanted to really, really focus on this. Doesn't it look like it's thick and it has enough product from the top? You're like, ooh, I don't want to add product because it's like, it's going to be too thick. But look at it here. Okay, you need more structure through here, so it's going to look like a 2x4 when I'm done. But we're going to fix it in our filing. So this is normal. This is why I want to show you guys this. I want you to see, yes, my nail looks like that when I build it. Some people kind of bash a little. Oh my gosh, she built her nails too thick. Pretty much if we were to go like, I don't want to say toe to toe, but we both do the same set, I guarantee you I'm going to have more volume and get done faster than her, like where it needs to be. So I'm just showing you salon success nails. I don't spend my time making the whole process pretty. I spend my time making the process correct to where I could file it correct. Okay, so let me show you this here. I'm going to flash set this and show you how much I built up. I'm not going to show you it yet because it'll jam everywhere else. So this nail's her wider nail, right? And you could totally see it even got a little wider because of the gel moving, but it really got really wide because I didn't bring in her sides on this. So do you see her strength now on this? So let's do a little trick here. Let's take this and see this hang here. Let's go straight with her sidewall. Do you see the thickness you're going to have? If it looks weird to you here because it's hanging, don't let this steer you away from adding more money because you're going to file this off. I mean, adding more money. Why am I saying money? Oh my gosh. I guess I'm going to make some money today, right? I already did. Thank you guys. More product. That is so funny. I said that. Where it came from, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to like put a quarter in a machine and win $1 million. So that's what I always do if I'm kind of like, I don't know, it looks like, should I add more? If you come right here, you could tell you have plenty of product. Okay. That's so funny. Got money on my mind. There's a song that says that. That is hilarious. Okay, so let's do this one. Now remember, this one's set up. This was straight. I didn't bring in the side a little. This I brought in a little bit more that I could, but she still has a square nail bed, okay? I'm trying to cover all of them. I didn't do a hyponychium, but in that case, hyponychiums are, I'll cover that later. But I think like hyponychiums, your nails really don't come out really, well, they could come out wide if you don't know how you're putting on your form. Okay, so I'm going to kind of move a little faster like I would in salon. Because when I go a little slow, I go slower when I teach so you can see my movement, but I kind of want to jam on this because I want to just get it on, flash cure it really quick. You could have them go under the light. Also, this gel has not a lot of burn at all, like very little when you go under the light. Okay, so see how already this looks more narrow? Let's say, let me show you really quick. Let's say my gel didn't, let's cover it with this. This will be easier. Let's say my gel didn't run a little. It would end right there. It's still wider than this one. Okay, so I'm setting myself up for a more slender nail bed. Now let's look at it at the side. It does not have enough volume. It may look like it does, but you're seeing the hang, okay? So come right here. Look how little product I have on there. Let me get the angle right. Sorry, guys. Right there. That is entirely like not enough. It may be close to where I'm going to file it, but I don't want to file it too thin. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to come right here and build up my spine, my middle part of my nail. Okay. And all of this, I've seriously taught myself just from noticing the difference on people's nails when I'm done with them of, I don't like how that came out. What could have I done different? And having the opportunity to educate for a company too, I have done so many nails, you just figure stuff out and we all bounce off each other. And that's why we're so powerful with young nails, because we've all learned from each other and it just makes us a powerhouse. Therefore, you guys are a powerhouse as well, spending time with us, educating you. Okay, so I'm going to come right here. And I'm going to kind of work it pretty fast that you see me angling. See how I'm here. And don't keep going this way because see how you're going against it now? That's for around your cuticle. Once you're here, bring it down more and then you change to the smile line. Okay? You're smiling because yes, I'm getting it really well right now. So I was also talking about my Aunt Carmela's nails that I do. I've done them live. They're the hook nails. Oh my God, last night I was not fast. I was tired when I did her nails. I did them here in my studio. I did her nails till 12:30 last night. I've literally had 4 hours sleep today, but that's okay. I've taught myself a lot on her nails. I've even taught myself more than when I did that live. Because I'm like, okay, I gotta break this down a little more. Let's come right here. Okay, see how it's not getting as wide as fast as this one was? That's because the nail is already pretty wide already. So it's gonna kind of have a little bit more of a thickness or wideness to it because it's hotter in here and the gel's jamming. Now when it's hot with acrylic, it's the opposite. It's gonna set really fast. I love acrylic in the summer because your sets go so fast. Gels, that's gonna roll a few places. Okay, here I'm missing my little spot right there and I need a little more volume. So I have a little bit here. What I'm gonna do is come right here and watch how I get it right there. See that? Now I'm gonna wipe my brush and I'm going to put pressure here and kind of bring it down and see how it went in my middle where I was missing. Okay, let's flash that her there. So I filled that really easy. And it didn't flood anywhere and I don't have a thicker spot. So that's a little trick I do to fill that in. Now I need to build a little more. So really I need to build more on my spine. Okay, so I'm gonna come right here And it's a very light touch. See how I started here and then my left hand brought my finger parallel with it. So let me show you what I did. See how perfect it went on? But let me show you what I did if I didn't do it that way. Okay, let me wipe this off. This is a cool tip right here. Typically people start here and keep going with it. And what happens is the tip of your brush is going in your product. So let me show you. You'll come right here and then you're trying to bring it down and look at how you're in it now. You have to bring the nail parallel so you're parallel with it. And see how it stays there? Okay. So that is a huge tip, you guys, right there. My left hand is always helping my right hand, okay? So let's come in here. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's check all these out now. They all have their spine built up a little more, right? A little higher through here. So sometimes if you feel, I'm going to look at it through every angle and make sure I have enough product on all of them. I do, but let's check them out. The Nail-Biter, super wide. This one, you didn't bring in your sides, super wide. These ones, bringing in the side with the square nail bed, more narrow. A nail like mine, very narrow too, because I'm able to pinch more and bring in my side. So I've already set myself up here for a more slender, not wide nail bed. These two I'm gonna have to work a little at, and they're gonna be a little wider, but that's part of it. I'm gonna show you how you could bring it in more, but this one here and this one here are very challenging, and I'm gonna explain before I start filing. Notice how it hits even with the nail right here. So the nail's here and the product's here and it's even, right? Here too, it's wide, it meets even. Here, it doesn't meet even until here, right? Because it has a negative space. See how it looks a little clear right there? That is all the product there instead of where the nail and product meet. Where the nail and product meet, it's gonna crack there very easy if you leave your nail. How many of you guys have built your nail like this, didn't bring it in, and they have hairline cracks here, or they come with it broke? It's because you need to bring in the nail a little bit. The natural nail, you need to bring it in a tad bit. I don't care if they're doing 90 square. I'm doing my niece's nails today. She's 90 square. If I have to repair something on her, or I'm going to take it off for a glass nail, I always bring in her side so she has that strength there. I never leave it even here. Okay, so that makes sense, right? Let's say somebody has a crack here. Okay, and they're coming in for a repair. Am I going to just leave her nail there? Say it's right here, kind of free edge-ish. It's not hooked on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a V in it. I'm going to cut like from here to here out so I could have the product there to hold on, not the nail to move and do the same thing I'm repairing. Does this make sense? Tell me, you guys, give me feedback. I hope this makes sense because maybe I could say it another way. This is huge because this is all the problems you have. So if they have a crack and you repair the crack again, that crack is still in there. It's going to go like this and crack again. If you make like a dike or like, let me say different names, a negative space, kind of come in like this and you fill it with product, it's going to connect here and here with the product and all the product is going to be strong. Just do it. If it doesn't make sense, it's going to make sense once you do it because their nail's not going to come back cracked. Okay. So now let's shut this and let's cure this. I guess I could have been curing her while I was explaining all this, right? No problem. Let's come back right here and let's cure her for 1 full minute. So we covered a bitten nail, a wide nail. How do you make a wide nail look more narrow? Like how do you set up for more of a C curve, right? Which C curve is, it's not only there to make the nail look really sexy and nice shaped, but it's there for structure. It's actually there for structure. Okay.
Boutique Ireland says, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense. I never thought about that."
Cool. Do you have your microphone on? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you could talk normal. That's cool. I wanted him to have his microphone on because it's both of us doing the show. So he's a nail tech too. So thank you for reading that. And it does make sense because how many of you guys try to fix that perfect but mend that nail? I cut the actual nail in a V their real nail in a V. So then you'll see the product right here, but they polish their nails and you can't tell and they forget about it because it grows out. It's super, that's just, all these tips right here, you guys, are real life situations. And when you're behind the table, you don't want to see your client before their appointment. If all possible, you want to avoid that. So these are all tips and tricks I could do to, help you avoid that, right? Okay. Did I cure her? I didn't yet, or did I?
Yeah. Or I'm not sure.
Hold on, I did 30 seconds. That's why I'm asking. Sorry, guys, I'm all over the place right now today, but I still know what I'm talking about, so that's a good thing. Yeah, Eric, we're a husband-wife team. So those of you that are new on here, we work together. He is a nail tech. So we own Vibe Nail Lounge together, and we do our channels together. So it's super cool. I have 12 more seconds. I had it on 30, you guys. You need sleep, sweet lady. You're right. I don't know how I'm going to get through today. I'm like stuck on stupid. I thought about it when I woke up, but I'll be fine. It's called coffee. And tonight I'll be in bed by like 8. But let's see. What do you mean I pinched my daughter's nails? I got to remember 5 o'clock. I'm going to go on Miss Cheryl's place and see what she's. It's 5 o'clock our time, right? Not 8. Let's see. So I'm going to come in with swipe. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is file straight. See how I put my finger here? I even do it with a nail biter. And a nail biter usually doesn't have a sidewall here. Usually it's bitten out. So you're guessing it, right? And then you're coming in and filing it on the sides. Hold on, she's not even staying in. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do with her is I'm going to just file these straight right now. Now, the reason why I was telling you about the crack, that's what's going to happen here. It will crack on you because your nail's there and this is butted up perfect. Now, when you file to make it more narrow, the nail is now exposed. So it's going to crack. Okay. Or when it grows out, it's going to be missing here. So if you guys are having those issues, that's what's happening. Okay. So this, I can't come in with it. I'm going to have to keep it like this because I don't want her to have issues. Okay. And your nail biter is going to have a wider nail than she will 6 to 8 weeks from now because their sidewall is out, and as it's like their nails like this, and as it grows, their sidewall starts growing out, so you get that C curve. So it starts like this with no sidewall, and then it starts growing out to the sidewall being there. So it's going to be a little wider, but it still looks better than a bitten nail. Okay, let's cut it in here. I'm 5-point filing, bringing it up even and straight. It's kind of right here. Now this is going to be all filing techniques now. Now, do I go straight into my e-file without doing this for a nail-bitten nail? I don't. I do exactly what I'm showing you right now. On these, I could go in and e-file right away, but I like to show you this so you know what you're looking for, okay? And the reason why I don't with this is it's usually like a little wider and I want to bring it in more. So I'll always come in with my hand file to be precise with her sidewalls. Okay, so let's check these out already. Look at the difference in shape. I did the same thing on every single one of them. The only thing I didn't do was like I did the form. I applied it the same way. This, I didn't file my side in a tad bit for a square bed. And this one's a nail biter, so it's going to be wider. This one's a square nail bed, but I just got the little corner of her, and you could do that. It's very easy to do it. And this is someone that has like a longer, maybe hyponychium nail or something to where you just file it really short and you're able to have all your product here to support. Okay. Hope this is making sense to you guys. been fun to teach you this. It's a lot of explanation, but this right here, I feel like this is what everybody comes into a problem. Now, doing your nails, if you're an enthusiast, you may have wider nails. Maybe this is helping you. But when you're behind the table and this is your career, you're going to get every shape and size in. You're going to get a nail biter. You're going to get wide nails. You're going to get different shapes. You're going to get long nail beds. Little tiny, tiny chiclet nails like Shy's, like this big is her pinky. I'm not even kidding. Let's see that free edge right there and that narrowness. I'm not even kidding. How do you even file it? So I need to use her as an example, but she wears her nails really short. But when she comes to visit, I'll have to do that for you guys. That's our daughter's nails. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, get to my X cut out. Hold on. Ah, I'm throwing everything too. Oh, geez. That was funny. I said money. I don't even know. Once it came out of my mouth, I was like, I wasn't even thinking about money, but maybe something's coming my way. Okay, I'm going to go to 12,000 RPMs and I'm going to turn this on. And I'll start with this one here. Oh, you pinch your daughter's gel nails. Yes, I would too. You pinch the form, right? You pinch the form and it really, really does that. Whereas acrylic, like that's why I like to do a hybrid on nail biters if they're not allergic to acrylic, because I would pinch this and give it the illusion of more of a, like a healthier nail. Okay, let's thin this out a little. Okay, so let's come in right here and I am going to not put any pressure, just make contact, stay parallel on the nail. Sorry if you could hear the file, that's just part of it. Sally's very hollow. Okay, now what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to file a little thinner on the side a tad bit here, but I can't really bring it in, just my product up on top I can, and I'm going to leave volume in the middle. Okay, so let me show you where I'm at right now. Here's this. Let's look at this. Let me hide that part. See the thickness right there? Okay, look at it from the side. She has kind of looking like that's all higher product. I want it there because that's going to be her strength. That's what's going to hold on to her extension. Okay, so see how it's creating like a little C curve? Then I'm going to come right here and I'm going to come up with it and I'm going to show you what her C curve is going to look like now. I'm not thinning it out, I'm leaving the thickness. Instead of coming in and thinning it out and leaving it flat, I brought on the thickness from underneath, and this is going to give it strength as well as a C curve. Do you see that C curve now? Okay, remember how thick it looked before that? Come up underneath so you could keep your thickness. If you come and thin it out from the top, you're not going to have enough product and her nail's going to break off. Okay, does this make sense? You guys, this is some valuable information. And it's funny because I don't even know if this video will get as many views as when I do art, but it's the most important. Structure and technique first. So look how I made her look like she has a C curve. I'm just trying to hide her negative space. So that's as much C curve as I could give her right here. But that's a lot for a nail biter, right? Okay, so it has the thickness I want on there. You could see it has the structure. Now let's go to the square nail bed that we didn't bring in the sides. Now I could bring it in, but her nail will crack because you're going to see part of her nail meet perfectly like this. Boom, nail and product. Okay, that's what we want to avoid. But since I built this way, I'm going to show you how I'm going to have to file successfully where she won't come with a broken nail. Could I bring it in? Yes, but she's going to have a cracked nail if I bring her in. But I'm still going to try to give her a C curve, and I will give her a C curve, and I'll show you from every view. Okay, so that's as tight as I could get on the sides without having issues in the 2 to 3 weeks she's going to go. Possibly a month. I feel like clients are pushing out more and more these days. Okay, I'm in zone 2, zone 1, zone 3, into zone 2. Okay. Now look at my thickness here and look at all the bulk. Okay, it's a lot thicker here. So what I'm going to do, let me just make sure she's in good. I'm going to come in right here, straight up and down. Get this thick part with no pressure. Let me turn this light up a little more. And I'm going to bring in my back end right here. Okay, so let's look at her shape right here. It looks really nice, the structure and everything, right? But look at how thick her nail is. Okay, if I bring this down, I'm building up my spine here to give it the illusion of not looking so wide. I still have to keep it wide here because she will crack. But what I'm showing you is a higher spine here to make it look a little more, if I did it flatter, it would look wider. Okay, this product coming up is giving it the illusion, and with a slight C curve, of it being a little more, not as wide as it actually is. So I'm going to come in a little more here, and then I'm going to come right here and come up with it because I need that thickness there. Let's see how thick it is now. Okay, now I'm going to come in and thin it out a little more here. And I'm going to show you what I just did. Okay, come in with zone 3, zone 1, tighten it up one more time. Now look at her C curve. Okay, she kind of has a C curve because I went up, but not so far up it's not pretty even. I angled it like this. See, like this? I didn't come in straight like this to do it. If you come in straight, you'll see it ramp up. If you come in like this, it gives the illusion of a very thin tip. Okay, all these tips right here are incredibly, incredibly important, you guys. Like, this is how all my clients' nails are able to look uniform, whether if they have a wide nail bed, a thin nail bed, but I can't bring it in because she'll crack on the sides. Okay, so that width has to stay like that, but it's really even with her sidewall, it's not wider, okay? Now here's this one where I was able to take off her sides, still a square nail bed. So let's come in right here. Okay, so I secure my sides. What I'm going to do is come in and make sure that I'm centered. Okay, I'm going to come in right here. I'm in zone 1, and I'm just laying it down and bringing it forward. No pressure around the cuticle area. And through here, just let the bit work for you. See where I'm at right now? Okay, so I secured that. This looks really bulky, right? So I'm going to come into zone 3, and I'm going to put slight pressure so I can get there faster, and then no pressure and work my way up to 2. So far, see this? Okay, it looks a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in right here a tad bit, come in with my sides. Now look at how I could bring in my sides a lot more. That's because, sorry about that. That's because I have a lot of product here. I don't have my nail meeting. Let me go out a tad bit because I don't want you guys to miss this. And I am in vertical view. I know I've got some messages that people are asking me to film on a long format. This is actually what's hot on YouTube right now, is a vertical view. It's live. If you make a mistake, you have to fix it, right? It's not designed for a long version video. I have long version videos on there. I never get out of screen with that. So if you want to watch that, watch them too. I think they're all great. Okay. So I'm going to come in right here. See how I come straight up and down, like straight up and down. And I see most nail techs only come to here. Why not come straight up and bring it in with your e-file? Your shape is going to come out so much better and so cool. Okay, let's come in right here.
Tasha Ray says, I've been dying for a video like this.
Cool. You could talk a little louder so I could hear, but I heard you say someone said they've been dying for a video like this. Thank you guys so much.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. And like I said, these videos aren't wow factors. Like when people click on it, it's not really clickbait, but this is the most important. So important. This is what sets you apart from other people. So look at, this is the same width of nail here, but notice how it looks a lot more narrow because I was able to bring it in a little more. Okay, it's already looking better. Now let's look at her thickness here. Okay, I kind of want it a little more thinner, so I am going to come in here And I don't have to leave as much product on these nails as I did these because they're a little bit wider. So let's see. And this is more narrow and I have more of a C curve. That's really why, a natural C curve. Okay, so let's check these out. Let me compare them. Now this takes me a lot longer than in salon to do because I'm teaching and stopping and showing. But let's look right here. See, it's a little thinner than the other one, but you still have, it looks a little more sleek and sexy, right? I had to leave the thickness here because this one right here has more of a C curve than this one. See the difference? Let's see if we could hide this little, see the difference of the free edge? Big difference. This is going to be stronger. Remember that paper I showed you guys? Kind of curved in is going to be stronger. So the more C curve you could get, the stronger the nail and the thinner you could go. I could even come in a little thinner than this. Let's do it. I'm going to show you the absolute thinness you could go with the C curve. See, that looks really, really cool right there. Okay. So let's come into this one. Okay, so let's go ahead. See how I secured my cuticle area? So once I do that, I know, like, see how it's ramping up? I'll come in right here. And notice how it never disappears back here. I could see what I'm filing. And I'm not looking at my drill bit. I look at my drill bit to see where I'm going to lay it down, but then I look at the fingernail and your hand. It's like driving a car. When you drive a car, do you look right in front of where your car ends? No, you'll wreck yourself. Well, if you look at your drill bit, you're going to cut them or file in the wrong spots. You have to look at where you're filing. So you look at your drill bit first to line it up and make sure you're there. Then look at the actual nail be filed into play and into shape. And you're going to get there faster. You're going to cut off time and your shape's going to be prettier. It's just like driving. You look ahead and you prepare for where you're going. Your brain will naturally do it when you e-file as well. Okay? Okay, let's look right here. Now this one I could go thin like this one too, because I have my C curve in there. Okay, let's look at it from the top. We have the same width on them too. It's pretty crazy. These two look a lot alike. A lot alike. And I did more of like a 90 square. These are not tapered in. Let's look this way. A lot of times I'll come in and square my client's nails off like this. And then they're really super square. Okay, so now what we're going to do from here, we're going to look at them and then I'm going to explain where I'm going to go from here, but I'm going to put my arbor band on really quick. Let's dust ourselves. Now we're dusty on our hands, but nowhere else. See how I have no dust anywhere else? Okay, this is designed to suck downward.
And the brush is only for...
Any questions?
The brush is only for selling.
What?
The brush is only for selling.
Oh, the brushes. Oh, yeah. This brush here, I see some nail techs use this, and I see some use this one, like these. I really only do it on Sally. I dust stuff. Sometimes you could dust people's skin if you want, but there's no way of sanitizing these and then performing. So I like to use this. But these are great for dusting your station and when you're teaching here too. Okay. So I dusted them off so you could see. Now look at them already. What do you guys think? Like, let's look at them this way. You could see the wider nails.
Put 100 in the chat if you guys are enjoying this. This is awesome.
And this here it is. I think it's really cool. And you could see it looks tapered, but it's not. It's just I'm able to put the product here. This is why this looks thinner. Let me remind you. This nail bed was flatter, and I butted my form up to it. If I pinched my form, the product would go underneath, right? This one I brought in my sides, so it allowed me to pinch in. So I still have the same amount of product. It just gives an illusion of a more narrow nail bed. I didn't come in here and thin out this part, but look at how this looks really wide compared to this. It's all off of the tip. And you would never think that unless I'm showing you it. So some of you, I hope this is helping you so much because your nail game and shaping is going to change so crazy. I'm so excited. So now what I'm going to do, and could I come in with this to make it look like this? I could, but my C-curve would file out a little and it would crack right here because her nail was there. Okay. Thank you guys so much for showing me your support. I love it. It's so much fun. I'm going to do 9,000 RPMs with this, and let's go ahead. And the reason why I go into this is this helps me with fine tuning my shape. They still look a little bulky, but watch what this is going to do for me. I cover through my cuticle again, and I'm going to kind of just tickle everywhere and see a little bit come off still. No pressure, but this is going to fine tune all of my client's nails, make it tight. This is the Nail-Bitten nail. Okay, I'm going to come in and shorten her a tad bit again. So, because remember I told you I don't like a lot of length on there. I like to go in and shorten them all at once because nail-bitten nails, it's hard to make them the same length. So my suggestion to you is building it longer than you're going to keep them so you file them all even. Some nails are bitten more than the others, so you kind of need to do that, okay? So let's come in with this one and let's fine tune her here.
Tasha Ray says, I've been doing that wrong and couldn't figure out how to correct it. Huge. This is huge.
Yay, I'm so excited for you. You guys, this is really big. And people, those of you who are still on here, you know how important this is. Some people that click on and go, this seems kind of boring, right? There's no like color, no nothing, but this is pure money because you guys are going to know what to do from here. Okay, just making sure it's straight. So there's that fine line before you hit her nail, right? So I'm right about there. I still have product there, so I can't bring her nail more narrow. It'll expose her natural nail a little here with that meeting, and I guarantee you these nails are the ones going to have the issue because they're the ones we use all the time. So this is just fine tuning it. Okay, right here. So what I'm doing is looking still down the barrel of the nail and seeing where I can make her nails thinner. Okay, so this appears to be more narrow, and that's because I was able to pinch her form. So all of this is how you create an illusion of them not having a wide nail bed. You have to do the steps I did at the beginning. And that, to tell you the truth, that's what helps me retain my clients. My clients with really big hands, if you're using full weld tips or a tip, you have to match that to it. And bringing it in is a little more, you could bring it in, but you file out your C-curve, right? So you kind of have to buy the forms for that shape they're wanting. Otherwise, they're more flat, bringing in the sides. I hope that makes sense to you. There's nothing like a formed nail, though. Formed nails are so, so beautiful compared to tips. It's my personal opinion. But I'm not bashing tips. Tips help you make money. It's whatever you like to do. If I was in school and I didn't know how to form, you better believe I'd be putting full weld tips and tips on. I want to make some money, right? Hold on, let's see. I got to make a living, pay my bills. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, fine tune it here. Come in right here. Come in right here. I use my e-file so much for everything, even scoring it off. Okay, I'm going to drop my file. Okay. I should have done that before I turned off my thing, but I'm going to empty it. push my dust up a little so my hand's not in it. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and, so you excited so far? Thank you guys for hanging in here. Those of you who had just hopped on, there's a few new people I saw. This is all, you got to go back to the beginning of the video. Nail biter, wide nail bed, just keeping it squared off. These two wide nail beds, rounding your side a little, and this one's fully rounding it. How do you give it the illusion to look more petite? It's kind of like when you wear a high heel with a dress or jeans, you look slender and more lean, right? Than opposed to a flat shoe. That I compare it to nails a lot. I have a question on the foil gel. What happens if you go to use it in your nail and you just don't like the way it looks? Can you swipe and take it off? Yeah, I would swipe it, file on top, and then redo it. But you'll just practice it like on Sally and you'll get really good at it to where that won't happen half the time. Okay, so now I'm fine tuning this. 5 formation, point formation. Let's come right here again.
Janica Harrison has a question on foil gel. What happens if you go to use it on your nail and you just don't like the way it looks? Can you use swipe to take it off?
I just answered that question. You must have been reading right before you read it to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I read it.
Janica's?
Yes,
Oh
it's
my
okay.
gosh.
Don't worry. You're
Yeah,
typing and you're part of the moderators, so don't you worry. That was a very important question.
Why am I even here?
Hey, you know what? You had sleep too, so what's going on here? It's
Yeah.
all right. Don't worry. Hey, it's all good. I love it. Great, great, great.
I was typing
I heard you typing.
the question about I ran a poll that says, do you guys share what you learn here with other nail techs? It was yes, I'm always sharing. Heck no, they are on their own.
Yeah.
And I would if they asked.
You know, it's funny, you guys. When I got my training from Young Nails and I went back to the small town in California I lived in, everybody wanted to know what I was using. It wasn't just what I was using, it's the techniques and where I took it. I never told them I used to take off my labels. And I understand that because I used to drive 4 hours, take the class, 4 hours back, actually 6, 7 hours back because of the traffic. And I kept it to myself. And then I realized, and that's fine. You could do that because you're doing the time, right? It's not your job to educate, but if you want to share, great. When I started educating with them, then I'd even, like I said, I teach the Pope how to do nails now. It doesn't matter. There's no competition. We all do it a little different. But I understand why you don't share, and I understand why you share. So thank you if you do share, and if you don't share, thank you for spending the time on our page. You don't have to share our page with people if you don't want to, if you want to set yourself apart. I understand both views. So I actually value all those comments, especially when you're spending the money and the time. But you know what? It's still, even if you explain to somebody and you tell them, if they're not spending the time like you are on our channel and learning, and some of you have been on our podcast, then you went to Young Nails and then you came here. So what have you been doing all morning? You have been learning and being on nail channels to better yourself. That time is money. It really is. Okay, so I'm going to come here. Client profile. Okay, little shorty patorty.
Blackfoot Tuxedo says, I have 4 more classes left. A friend of mine has a hair salon and wants me to join her. I can't wait to build my clientele.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Thank you, MJ. You opened this door I had closed for many years. Thank you.
You make us cry. You make us get emotional. You're so welcome, girl. Thank you for letting me be a big part of your decision in your career. And thank you for continuing following me. I constantly learn, so you'll learn with me too. You know, those of you who have followed us from the beginning of our filming, you know, we didn't go to school for filming and tech stuff. We went to school for nails and other stuff, right? So us on here, you guys have grown with us. Remember our sound and our distorted from Zoom stuff? Like we've all grown together. We know and are learning what we're doing and trying to make ourselves better. But I got my nail game down. I'll tell you that right now. Like I know no matter where I moved, I would be successful. And that's what's important. But I want to give it to you guys as well. So since November, where we came on here regularly, look at our quality of what we've done. Like slowly, it's gotten better and better. Now our live Zooms, when you watched it live, were great, but when you got the recording, it sounded distorted. That's because it doesn't transfer the same. All platforms are different. So there's a lot to learn when people get on here and expose themselves to all the different people and teaching them. And there's a lot of criticism, a lot of comments, a lot of compliments. You just have to be able to handle that all, especially when you give it your all. And you may not be for everybody, and I'm cool with that. I am 100% cool with that. But the ones I am for, we get to hang out with. And I love it. And those of you that are new on here, Eric's had his license a little over 7 years. Actually going more to 8. And he's a nail tech right next to me. He's also my husband, and I've watched him grow. So it helped me to help you guys to be next to somebody like that, live with them, see their struggles, watch them struggle, educate, and watch how they grow. So it made me a more valuable educator for you guys with Eric going to get his license. I think it made me more powerful because sometimes you have to think of different terms to say because not everybody quite understands certain terms or certain lingo. So, okay, let's check these out now. Let's dust these off. Now, all these nails were the same Sally nail. They all were the same thickness, okay? Oh, look at one of my blessings is on there and didn't want to come on.
Nacho Mama's House says, I'm an enthusiast. I watch all the time. I get asked where I get my nails done all the time.
Oh my
I
God,
have
I
learned
love
so
that.
much from you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. You guys, let me ask you a question. How many of you guys came across my page and didn't ever see me on Young Nails? And how many of you guys knew me from Young Nails and then found my page and started following here? I'm just curious about that. Some of you who've never seen any of my videos or new, just let me know and tell me where you're from so I could kind of see. I would love to see that. And thank you, Not Your Mama's House. Not Your Mama's House. That's great feedback. I love you guys giving me your input of everything. Okay, so let's check these out. Okay, look how wide this is. All these nails are the same exact nails. I didn't thin them here, but look at the illusion of them looking more narrow. Okay, these two look wider like her nail bed. It's still shaped nice, but it kind of doesn't look too bad because I built
So they're
up.
saying,
Go ahead. I built up the height here. Go ahead.
they're saying YN, and then I saw your page.
That's so cool. YN. Yes, I've educated for Young Nails.
DDG, I knew you from YN. I'm in Chicago.
Yay, cool, you guys. Thank you guys for following me on here. It does mean a lot. It really does. And it's kind of cool to keep being able to educate you guys and help you through everything. I was with Young Nails when Young Nails got big. So I've been there since 2005, getting paid with them since 2006. Okay, so what I did here to create it to not look so wide is I built up a little bit higher on these ones. See that compared to these? And these ones I was able to do like a really true square, but give it the illusion of it being more of a narrow nail bed. So I hope this helped you. I'm also going to go into polishing so you could kind of see the shape more because nude nails, everything looks good, right? Let's go into a color really quick. Let's do, what color do I have here? I don't know what color I want to use. I'm looking, you guys. Let's do a color it'll show more on. I have an orange right here. This one is Falling for Gotti. Okay, and it's just straight up orange. Orange is popular right now. So I'm going to Protein Bond. Right here, these techniques and everything I showed you are stuff that is challenging. You're wondering, you're like, I'm doing everything she's doing, but why are mine looking whiter still? It's that little thing on the side that I did. Really, it's just a minor thing. I can't wait to put what I learned today in practice. Oh my gosh, Kashkia, I can't wait for you to do it too. And then the cool thing is you can refer back to the video. And if you refer back, say hi to me again. Come right here. This is Gotti. Gotti polishes are amazing, you guys. I'm going to be getting some of his cat eyes, his magnetic. I do a lot of dimensions with it, and my clients love it, so I can never not have enough. Okay, so now you're really going to see the shape. The shape's going to be nice, but it's going to look like she has a wide nail like she does, but still I brought up the spine to help it out a little thicker, and drilled in her C curve at the tip. Ooh, my thumb's touching that. That's okay. Sally, I always put my finger in the other because she moves where she wants, but that's all right. I'll fix it. Sometimes that happens with the client. Just go back and cover it. I love this orange. I love orange. Okay, Melissa Jane. Let me go underneath right here, and then I won't do that. Okay. So see how I fan and put pressure right here?
This is kind of dark now.
It's kind of dark. Okay, let me go closer. I wonder why it is today.
Because that finger's shadowing the other one.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, because I have to hold them. On Sally, it's easier for me to do it like not on a person. On a person, I always go from right to left. On Sally, it's easier for me to go left to right because I don't have to hold up her fingers. So let's just go ahead and come here. Let's go to her cuticle, come here, put pressure. See how it kind of covers the whole cuticle area? It's a great brush. I got a little on her skin, so I need to get it off pretty quick.
Nails by Sandra says, I take mental notes every video. On Friday, I did my mom's fill, and she told me, I'm so amazed at how much you've learned. I was telling myself, it's all because of MJ.
Oh my God, you
Top
could make me cry, girl. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I appreciate you guys being on here and sharing this with me. There's always room for improvement. I always improve and improve and improve. Okay, so let's cure this. Do this. I would do it 1 full minute because it is a full coverage, pretty much color. So I would definitely do it 1 full minute. I had it on 30 seconds, so I just started it again. Looking forward to watching this properly in the morning. Yay! Thank you, Biba, for getting on. I know it's a total different time zone in your country, but you're the best. Thank you for coming on. I sound like Barry White. What are they're talking about your voice?
I'm talking about Mama.
Sally, get the best designs.
You'll
All her
never
Sallys are
find.
jelly of her. You're jealous of all her nails I'm doing on her. I know. I'm jealous of her right now too because I need my nails done. So I'm going to come in with 2 coats with this. But can you see the shape now? Like, this doesn't look bad. If they all look like that, it's fine. But next to, your client's going to notice, this is how typically she gets her nails done. This, when she comes to you, why do they look more narrow, but they're still the square she likes? It's that little tricks I showed you on here. So I'm so glad you guys hung in here with us. It means so much to you guys and ourselves to be able to grow together. I love it so much. Oh, this color is adorable. I'm really into orange right now. There's a lot of orange. This is Tracy's favorite color. Tracy loves orange. She's loved orange forever. Okay.
If you guys are jumping on here or got on late, go back and watch this from the beginning. This is a video full of information. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's like the nail
What you're
bed the
seeing right
same
here
width.
is nothing compared to what we learned earlier today.
Yeah, it's what it's about basically is how do you make a wide nail bed look more narrow without like bringing it in awkwardly, right? Or not properly where it's going to crack. So all these that I showed you is for real in salon. And if you're an enthusiast, it's real even when you're doing your mom's nails or somebody's nails. Like you're like, God, why is she so hard? Like I feel like I haven't learned much. And somebody else, you're like, but she's so easy, and I do the same thing on her. Her nails are just easier to work off of, and you're going to run across that. And if you're an enthusiast and your nails are starting to look good, you're going to start like taking donations for your nails so you can buy more nail products, right? I had to take a call. I'll be watching the end. Pinky Zinky, cool. I saw YN, then switched to you guys. I know you guys are spending a long time with us. Thank you. I was on YN too. I had to take a call. Oh, there she is. Exactly. I know what she was saying exactly about. Always worth more education. I agree with you guys. I can't get enough myself. So I'm carrying this for 1 full minute. And then my gaudy top coats, I actually think I have them at the salon, but that's okay. Maybe I should do a cool top coat with this. Ooh, I'm going to use this. This is so pretty. Do I have another one of these top coats by Cocoa? Or I think I might have them both here. Oh, I have them both here, the two I have here. Oh, I gotta show you guys this. Or is it the gold? Let me see. Yes. Okay. I'm going to share some top coats with you guys. Let's say they want a little pizzazz. So these are both Cocoist. I had my gel got on this one. So these are non-tack. This is Ultra Diamond non-white top coat. This is Ultra Rainbow non-white top coat. Let's use these, okay? Let's use them so we could see some cool product. Let me come out a little. So I'm going to use the Ultra Rainbow one on two, and then I'll do one of each. This is so cute. Let me go a little closer for you. This, my Lash Girl picks a lot, this top coat. I actually have to order a new one. Okay, so it is a thicker top coat, but like it levels out beautifully. It's not like thick or it's going to change your shape though. Look how pretty that is. That is, can you guys see that little shimmer? Okay, let's do this one with it. I'm going to do the wide ones, like one of each, so you can see the different colors. There's also like a opalescent one I have in there. I'm going to start getting into some of the bottles of polish that are I shouldn't say bottles, containers of gel polish, and showing you guys how to work with those as well. Okay, let's go into the Ultra Diamond. Ah, this is so cute with that orange color, you guys. It is adorable. I love it so much. This you could purchase from Gemini Cosmetics. Use code MJAY15 for your discount to support them and us. When you use that code, they know where you're part of our brand partnership, getting educated and supporting their small business as well. But they have a beautiful nail supply. If you're in another country, call them and you could arrange getting it shipped there. There's a lot of people on here that have received their products. I know in London and those areas. Oh, this is so cute. I love this. And it's that perfect, like glistening little shimmer. And I typically don't like glitter top coats, but I love theirs for some reason. It's so pretty. And I like Young Nail's red one too. That's a pretty one as well. Okay, so check these out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cure this for 1 full minute. I like to cure it for 1.5 minutes. So I'm going to do 90 seconds, okay? And I'll chat with you guys while this does it. 90 seconds. And I just feel like it cures to its highest level of shine. These last a long time too. I don't know what these cost, but they are on the website. They'll be in a clickable link once we're off of here. Eric will, it takes like about 30 minutes to an hour for them to transfer, but these two are the top coats, and I used Gotti for Gotti color. And this is the exact color here as it is here. And that's why I love these so much. Exact color. See that? Very brilliant. Very, very brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're down to 41 seconds. Yeah, there's many different people you could watch. Some people, like, they just doing nails talking with their clients. I was cracking up one day because the suggestions the clients give to the nail tech or the nail tech giving, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. But it's fun to watch different people. I love it so, so much. I think it's cool. Let's see. Yeah, I love it when the color swatches are exact too, Tosh, for sure. It helps a lot because I find myself opening them, and making swatches. Like I have a ton of these. Let's see, I just got one because I wanted to do my sheer colors with these. Where did I put it? How weird, I just had my little swatch. Melissa Jane, where's your stuff? Well, I don't know what I did with them, but I got them from Gemini. Oh, here they are. I have a bunch of different ones, but I just ordered some more of these ones. But you know when you let me open this.
You want the Gotti book?
Huh?
The Gotti book.
Give me the Gotti book so I could show them the colors. Yes. When you spend your time, and how many of you guys do this? Oh my God, if I do this right now, it would take me probably 2 days to swatch every color I have. Do you notice when you do this and you swatch them, they're not the exact same color after a while? It's because they fade. And if they pick that color and you polish with that color, they're like, it's not the same color and it kind of sucks. So you spent all that time doing that. Just make sure light doesn't touch it and it helps. But I still like to do some. So I need to put, I've got some of these I could put by the collections. That'll be easier for me. And I'm going to show you all the gaudy colors right now. Okay. So so it's a non-tack. See how shiny it is too? Their top coat is nice. Very nice. So I always come in here. That's just what I do. I know some of you guys are like, I don't understand why you're doing that. Well, I said, if you don't understand, then it's not happening to you. Sometimes it's tight here after you polish and you just come in and make it feel really like there's nothing stuck or just feels good. Okay, let's make sure everything's really square still. And what I love about his polish, it doesn't change your shape. Now the wide ones are still wide and the other ones are still narrow. So do you see this? Let me kind of hit it right here a tad bit. That's a really cute, very cute color. That'd be cute on toes too. So let me show you guys this really quick. You'll probably see my little lap here, but that's fine. Now I need to get the other, I'm gonna ask for another color swatch thing of these because I have this one. I don't have, these are their first collection, but this is so pretty. So I'm gonna go through them really slow. So number 63 is my color I just did right there.
Slower.
Go slower? Okay.
Just so they could go back and look.
You guys, these, is it doing justice? Can you see the detail of them with the lighting? Look at that hot pink number 75. Oh, I got to order that color. So the number's on the bottom, okay? The number's on the bottom. It's a really fun collection. I did this the other day and this. I actually did both of these and did glitter press, and it looks really cool. And that was on my hairdresser. Then she went to this color for the funky French. That's where I got that demo from.
CJPA likes 101, 116.
101, 116. Oh, so pretty. 116. Yes. So pretty together too, right? These two together. Adorable. Very, very
Or
pretty.
116.
So you guys, there's the collection's bigger than this, but just notice that this is a great, you could purchase these too, I'm sure. It's kind of funny. You don't have to color your swatches. I appreciate that always, but they do have a special, I think they're still having it. Those of you who are new on here or have been on here, I believe it's 16 colors. So let's go through this one more time. 16 colors, a top and a base for $150. That is a steal.
I'm not sure if they're still doing it though.
I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but it doesn't matter because these polishes are under $9. They're 8 something typically, and if you use my code, they're even less than that. So I'm just going through it one more time. If you guys want to write down numbers, if you watch this again, remember to use code MJ15, and you'll get your discount, and they'll know where you're coming from. Thank you guys so much. You are the best. Like truly, I've really enjoyed every minute with you. Do you guys have any last minute anything, any questions or anything here? So you guys coming on here too is divine timing, because those who needed this, you got this, right? I have so much gratitude, and I wish you all a lot of abundance from learning all this and really taking yourself to your next level. Like there's nothing like that. Honestly, watching you guys grow, it's pretty crazy to watch you guys grow. This was such a great tutorial. Like I said, if somebody clicked on it, it could look really boring. This is all how it's the same with the nail. All of them are. But here I brought in my sides. This was a nail biter nail. You see how much wider they are too? So it's kind of the illusion. People come to us for their nails to look not like they came when they came in. So like look like they when they came in. It's for us to make them look healthy, thinner, really nice. Here's this color right here. This is a gaudy orange. Could I put it where you guys can see it? And then I use these 2 top coats. One is a gold one, and one's a diamond one. So the rainbow one's more like ultra light gold, and then the others are more silver. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you later. I'll back up. I'll see you later in the week on our next live. Hold on, there's a little mark right there. What day?
Wednesday at 1:30 p.m.
Perfect. So I'll see you Wednesday at 1:30, you guys. And on our podcast Twitch, we just changed the name to our Twitch. It's called Vibe Nail Lounge. It's not the Vibe with MJ and Eric anymore, and I'm sad. It's just really long, but I love that name because that's him and I working together.
Yeah,
and part of the podcast. Too. You were sad too. We could change it back. Not for a month, huh? Anyways, I just think all the platforms should be the same, but I love the vibe with MJ and Eric because it is a vibe hanging out with you guys, us two together. We're like a big family, and it's been fun, a lot of fun. So have a beautiful day, you guys. Enjoy your day. And since I said the word money, go make that money. That came out of nowhere. But have a beautiful day, everybody. Thank you so much, and you are all so welcome, and I'll see you soon. Bye.